Ashley Judd. One moment, she's the beloved heroine of blockbuster hits. The next, she's the whistleblower in a scandal that rocked Tinseltown to its core. She's not just navigating the plot twists of her films, she's scripting a narrative where the lines between right and wrong, private and public, are as blurred as the tabloid headlines. What's at risk? Everything she's worked for, and the overarching narrative of her life's most challenging roles. The unconventional upbringing. Ashley Judd's life began in the spotlight, born in 1968 into the famed Judd family, where the stage was a second home and country music their anthem. Her mother, Naomi, and sister, Winona, formed the legendary country music duo The Judds. By the time Ashley was old enough to understand, the Judd name was synonymous with fame. Yet her path would diverge dramatically from country music to the silver screen. In the early 1990s, Ashley Judd began to make her mark in Hollywood. Her debut in the 1992 film Cuffs was modest, but it was her turn as Ruby Lee Gissing in Ruby in Paradise that same year that won her critical acclaim. This was Ashley stepping out of her family's shadow, earning the Independent Spirit Award for Best Lead Female. She was building a name not just as a Judd, but as Ashley, the actress. But as her star rose, so did the whispers of Hollywood. Rumors began to circulate about the pressures of growing up in a famous family, about living in the shadow of a successful music duo, and how it shaped her. The media speculated on everything from family dynamics to the impact of fame on her personal development. These stories, true or not, became part of the public's fascination with Ashley Judd. As Ashley took on more roles, such as a stranded astronaut in Natural Born Killers, 1994, and a police officer's wife in Heat, 1995, her versatility as an actress became apparent. She wasn't just the daughter of a country music icon, she was a force in her own right. Yet, with each role, the scrutiny intensified, as did the expectations. The early years of Ashley Judd's career were a delicate balance of stepping into the limelight and stepping out of her family's shadow. The media often painted a picture of a young woman grappling with her identity, both enamored and burdened by her lineage. In Hollywood, where personal stories often fuel the fame, Ashley's background was a narrative that never ceased to captivate the audience. Hollywood and harassment. In the late 90s and early 2000s, Ashley Judd's career was in full swing with hits like Double Jeopardy, 1999, and Where the Heart Is, 2000. She was a rising star, yet behind the scenes she faced challenges that went beyond the scripts of her films. It was during this time that Judd encountered the darker side of Hollywood, a side that would later lead her to become a pioneering voice in the fight against harassment in the entertainment industry. Judd's courage became evident when she became one of the first women to speak out against Harvey Weinstein. Her 2017 revelations to the New York Times detailed an encounter from 2 decades prior, where she experienced harassment from the mogul. This admission was a pivotal moment in the Me Too movement, sparking a wave of solidarity and confessions from women across the industry. The impact of her disclosure was profound. It not only shed light on the pervasive issue of sexual misconduct in Hollywood, but also highlighted the systemic barriers that had silenced so many. Judd's account was met with both support and skepticism, but her unwavering stance opened a crucial dialogue about power dynamics and the need for change within the industry. Judd's allegations against Weinstein were not without consequence. She faced personal and professional backlash, as is often the case for those who dare to speak against powerful figures. Her career suffered, with potential roles vanishing and her integrity questioned, yet she stood firm, committed to advocating for a safer, more equitable workplace for all. The controversy surrounding Judd's confrontation with Weinstein was not merely about one woman's experience. It represented a cultural watershed moment. Judd's name became synonymous with resilience and advocacy, and her actions paved the way for significant changes in how Hollywood addresses harassment and supports survivors. As her story unfolded, the public witnessed the transformation of Ashley Judd from a celebrated actress to a symbol of justice and a champion for women's rights. Her role in reshaping Hollywood's approach to harassment will be remembered as one of her most significant contributions, far beyond her on-screen legacy. In the next part of our journey through Ashley Judd's life, we will explore the specific moments that defined her as a formidable force against Hollywood's long-standing and controversial casting practices. Casting couch confessions. Ashley Judd's experiences with the casting couch, a term synonymous with the expectation of sexual favors in exchange for career advancement, became a cornerstone of her narrative when she joined the chorus of voices exposing this dark Hollywood reality. Her allegations against Harvey Weinstein were not isolated incidents. They were indicative of a systemic issue that had plagued the entertainment industry for years. Throughout the 90s, Judd's roles in films such as Kiss the Girls, 1997, and Eye of the Beholder, 1999, solidified her status as a talented and versatile actress. However, the industry's covert practices meant that she, like many others, navigated a gauntlet where professional opportunities were often entwined with unsolicited advances and expectations. The public's response to Judd's revelations was a mix of shock and recognition. Her admission pulled back the curtain on an open secret within Hollywood and shone a spotlight on the individuals who perpetuated these abuses of power. The conversation around the casting couch changed from whispered anecdotes to a loud public outcry for reform. Judd's decision to speak out led to tangible change, including the institution of new policies and the founding of organizations dedicated to preventing harassment and ensuring accountability. Her role in these changes cannot be understated. By using her voice, she helped alter the landscape of Hollywood, making it a more transparent and just environment for actors. It wasn't just about the roles she lost or the personal cost of speaking out. Judd's narrative transcended her filmography as she became an emblem of courage and a beacon of hope for a more ethical industry. The actress, once known for her roles in thrillers and dramas, was now a leading figure in a real-life movement against one of Hollywood's most insidious practices. As we delve further into the life of Ashley Judd, it becomes evident that her impact reaches beyond the screen. Her next steps would take her into the realm of political and social activism, where she faced new challenges and controversies. Activism and the price of speaking out. Ashley Judd's activism extended well beyond Hollywood's sound stages and onto the global stage. She has been a staunch advocate for various causes, including feminism, environmentalism, and public health. However, her foray into activism has not been without its share of controversy and backlash. Judd's involvement in political and social causes became more pronounced in the 2000s as she used her platform to speak on issues close to her heart. Her participation in the Women's March on Washington in 2017 was a particularly notable moment. There, she delivered a fiery performance of Nasty Woman, a poem that criticized the political climate and gender inequality. This speech drew both praise and criticism, spotlighting her as a polarizing figure in the activist community. Her advocacy work has often intersected with her personal life. Judd has been open about her struggles with mental health, discussing her depression and the importance of destigmatizing mental health care. While her candidness has been a source of inspiration for many, it has also made her the subject of scrutiny and criticism by those who disagree with her views or question her motives. Judd has also been a vocal environmentalist, a passion that has led her to take a stand against practices like mountaintop removal mining. She has faced opposition from industry advocates and politicians who have challenged her positions, often leading to heated debates and public disputes. Despite the contention, Judd has remained steadfast in her convictions, which has sometimes come at a professional cost. Roles that might have been available to her were lost, and her outspoken nature led some in Hollywood to label her as controversial. Yet, these challenges did not deter her. Instead, they fueled her commitment to her causes. Ashley Judd's transition from actress to activist is a testament to her multifaceted nature. Her journey through the labyrinth of public opinion has been marked by victories and setbacks, but throughout, her determination to stand up for her beliefs has remained constant. In the next part of our exploration, we'll look at how Judd's activism and public life have led to personal challenges, especially within the tight-knit fabric of her famous family. Family under the spotlight. The dynamics within the Judd family have often been as newsworthy as Ashley's career and activism. With a family tree deeply rooted in the entertainment industry, the Judds' personal lives frequently became public interest. While Ashley stepped into the limelight with her acting, her relationship with her mother Naomi and sister Winona, also a well-known country music singer, has been subject to public fascination and speculation. Tabloids and media outlets have occasionally reported on supposed feuds within the Judd family, particularly between the sisters and their mother. The family has addressed these rumors at various times, acknowledging that, like any family, they have had their differences and periods of estrangement. However, they have also shown a united front in the face of adversity, such as during Naomi's health struggles. Ashley's role in the family dynamic has been complex. She has sometimes appeared as the outlier, the one who stepped away from the family's musical legacy to carve out her own path. This divergence has been a source of interest and, at times, portrayed as a source of tension. Yet, Ashley has also been an ardent supporter of her family, demonstrating the multifaceted nature of familial bonds in the public eye. Battling for health, Ashley Judd's personal crusade. Ashley Judd's personal battles, particularly with her health, have significantly shaped her public narrative. Her openness about these struggles has not only humanized her, but also cast a spotlight on the often unspoken health challenges that many face. Judd's advocacy for health issues is deeply personal, rooted in her own experiences with depression, which she has spoken about candidly in interviews and her memoir. In 2006, Judd entered a Texas treatment facility for a 47-day program to confront her depression and isolation, a brave step that she later publicized to challenge the stigma surrounding mental health. Her honesty about this journey offered comfort to those suffering in silence, providing them with a relatable figure who understood their battles. Beyond mental health, Judd has also faced physical trials. In early 2021, she suffered a harrowing accident in the Congo, where she was undertaking humanitarian work. She shattered her leg in 4 places and endured a grueling 55-hour rescue operation. Her ordeal and subsequent recovery were documented on social media, illustrating her resilience and determination. This incident also brought attention to the lack of medical facilities in remote areas, highlighting global health disparities. Judd's health advocacy extends to her humanitarian efforts abroad. She has been a global ambassador for youth AIDS and has worked with organizations like Population Services International, focusing on issues such as malaria prevention, reproductive health, and poverty alleviation. Her activism is not just vocal, it's actionable, taking her to the front lines of global health issues. The intersection of Judd's personal health challenges and her advocacy underscores her commitment to making a difference in the lives of others. Through her openness, she has invited a broader conversation about health and well-being, advocating for better support systems and highlighting the need for compassionate care. The family feud rumors. The Judd family, despite their fame and successes, have not been immune to the challenges that often accompany life in the public eye. Rumors of family feuds have swirled around the Judds for years, making headlines and providing fodder for tabloids and gossip columns. The speculation has often centered on the relationships between Ashley and her mother Naomi and her sister Winona, touching on themes of jealousy, competition, and the pressures of fame. Ashley has spoken publicly about the complexities of her family dynamics, particularly in her 2011 memoir, All That Is Bitter and Sweet. She detailed her upbringing, marked by her mother's pursuit of a country music career and the consequent feelings of abandonment and neglect. These revelations painted a poignant picture of a family navigating the challenging terrain of reconciliation and understanding. Yet, the rumors of discord have sometimes overshadowed the family's attempts to connect and heal. The media's portrayal of the Judds has often emphasized conflict over the more nuanced reality of a family working through their issues. Ashley's estrangement from her family at various points has been heavily scrutinized, with every public appearance or absence analyzed for signs of familial strife. The Judds have, at times, presented a united front against these rumors, emphasizing their love and support for each other despite their differences. They have faced life's highs and lows together, including Naomi's battle with severe depression and Wynonna's personal and professional challenges. The narrative of a family feud within the Judd clan is a reminder of the gulf that can exist between media speculation and the complex realities of family life, especially when lived in the limelight. It also underscores the strength and resilience required to address personal issues while under the watchful gaze of a public that is all too eager for the next piece of sensational news. Legal controversies. Ashley Judd's public persona has been shaped not only by her roles in film and activism, but also by legal battles that brought her into the courtroom. One of the most publicized of these was her lawsuit against Harvey Weinstein. In 2018, Judd sued Weinstein for defamation, sexual harassment, and violating California's unfair competition law, claiming he damaged her career by making false statements about her professionalism after she rejected his sexual advances. Judd's legal action against Weinstein was significant as it highlighted the often overlooked economic impact of sexual harassment. Her case emphasized that the consequences of such behavior go beyond personal violation and can have a tangible effect on a woman's career trajectory and earnings. Although parts of her lawsuit were dismissed, the case allowed defamation claims to proceed, underscoring the importance of reputation and respect in the industry. Aside from her high-profile case against Weinstein, Judd has also been involved in other legal matters. In 2013, she considered a lawsuit against online trolls for harassment and threats over her political comments on Twitter. This move was a stand against the increasing problem of cyberbullying and highlighted her willingness to use legal channels to combat abuse and harassment, not only in Hollywood, but also in the digital world. Judd's legal controversies have often been framed within the broader context of her advocacy for women's rights and fair treatment. Her willingness to pursue justice through the courts reflects her commitment to holding individuals and institutions accountable. It's also indicative of the challenges women face when they confront powerful figures and systems, a recurring theme in Judd's personal narrative. Through her legal challenges, Judd has helped to push the conversation about women's rights and workplace harassment into the mainstream, contributing to a shift in how these issues are perceived and addressed. Social media scrutiny. In the digital age, social media serves as a platform for celebrities to connect with fans, but also subjects them to intense scrutiny, and Ashley Judd has experienced the full spectrum of this phenomenon. Her social media presence has been a conduit for advocacy and sharing personal narratives, yet it has also exposed her to criticism and invasive speculation. Judd's outspoken political views and advocacy for women's rights have often been met with support from like-minded followers. However, they have also attracted negative attention and even vitriol from detractors. She has received both praise for her courage to speak out on controversial issues and condemnation from those who disagree with her positions. One notable incident of social media backlash occurred in 2015 when Judd posted tweets about a University of Kentucky basketball game that resulted in a torrent of online abuse. Her response was to take a stand against cyberbullying, highlighting the issue of online harassment, especially towards women. Judd's experience brought attention to the often toxic discourse on social media platforms and the real-world impact of such interactions. The scrutiny on social media extends beyond Judd's activism. Her posts about her accident in the Congo, her family, and her personal life are dissected by the public and media alike. Each post becomes a statement, each silence a mystery. contributing to a narrative that she both controls and endures. Judd's use of social media underscores the complexities of a public life lived online, where every action can be amplified, interpreted, or misinterpreted by an audience of millions. This heightened visibility has made her a target for criticism, but has also provided a powerful platform to amplify the causes she champions. Environmental and humanitarian efforts. Ashley Judd's commitment to environmental and humanitarian causes has been a defining aspect of her off-screen legacy. Her work in these areas has been both extensive and impactful, reflecting a deep commitment to social justice and ecological preservation. Judd's environmental activism has seen her take a firm stance against deforestation and unethical mining practices. She has been particularly vocal about the devastating practice of mountaintop removal mining in Appalachia, which has not only destroyed landscapes but also adversely affected the health and economies of local communities. Judd's advocacy for cleaner energy alternatives and sustainable practices demonstrates her dedication to environmental issues. On the humanitarian front, Judd's work has been far-reaching. She has traveled to global hotspots with NGOs like Population Services International, focusing on health initiatives including malaria prevention, family planning, and HIV education. Her efforts to bring attention to the issue of human trafficking have been notable, using her platform to speak out against this global crime and support survivors. Controversy has sometimes followed Judd's activism. Critics have scrutinized her for being another celebrity using their status to speak on complex issues without the perceived necessary expertise, or for potentially overshadowing the voices of those directly affected by the causes she champions. Yet her dedication to these causes and her willingness to learn and speak out have earned her respect within the activist community.